Hello guys, welcome back. Let's see one of the C language question which was asked in GATE 2014. Consider the following pseudocode. Means here they have given few lines of code and they are asking for what is the total number of multiplications to be performed. They are asking. Means here they have given three for loops and with a one multiplication statement. They are asking that the total number of multiplications to be performed here. Means this statement is going to execute how many times. This statement is going to execute depending upon this innermost for loop. Means this statement is depend upon the variable k. This innermost for loop is executing how many times, that many number of times this multiplication statement is going to execute, that we need to find. So to understand or to answer this question, the total number of time multiplication should be performed, let me analyze from the starting for loop onwards. Let's take the first outer foremost loop, that is I equal to 1. When I equal to 1, j value will be I. J value will be once again 1. K value will be j plus 1. J plus 1 means 2. 2 to how many times it is going to execute? 2 to n. This many number of times this multiplication statement is going to execute. Right? 2 to n means how many? N minus 1 times. Means when I equal to 1, k value, j value will be 1, k value, this statement is going to execute n minus 1 times. Means how I am writing means, generally you know how many number of elements are there from 1 to 10? 10 elements. How we are going to get? Destination number minus source number plus 1. You will get 10. How many elements are there from 31 to 40? You know 10, right? How you are going to get that 10? Destination number 40 minus source number 31 plus 1, that is 10. Similarly, 2 to n, how many elements are there? Destination number minus source number plus 1, that is n minus 1. I hope you understood this, how we are going to get n minus 1 times. Similarly, when I equal to 1, j equal to 2, k value will start from 3 to n. When 3 to n, what will happen? It is going to execute n minus 2 times. 3 to n means n minus 3 plus 1, that is n minus 2. Similarly, I equal to 1, j equal to 3, k equal to 4 to n, right? So means it is going to execute n minus 3 times. Similarly, if you go on doing this process, j value will be once again a time n, right? J value n, k value will what happen? N plus 1 to n. N plus 1 to n. When n plus 1 to n, condition obviously will fail. Obviously will fail, right? Means 0 times it is going to get. Means when I equal to 1, this entire thing I can write like this. When I value will be 1, how many times this statement is going to execute? For I equal to 1, j equal to 1, k equal to 2, n minus 1 times, then n minus 2 times, then n minus 3 times, then n minus 4 times, and so on. 2 plus 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0, right? So means when I equal to 1, this entire statement I can write like summation of n minus 1 natural numbers. Summation of first n minus 1 natural numbers. N minus 1 plus n minus 2 and so on. Now the condition will comes to the final block. Means now I value will be 2. When I value will be 2, j value will be 2, k value will be 3 to n. You know k value will be 3 to n means it is going to execute n minus 2 times. Now I equal to 2, j equal to 3, k value will be 4 to n means n minus 3, and so on. This process will start at once upon a time. J value will be n, k value will be n plus 1 to n means 0. Means when I equal to 2, it is going to start like this. N minus 2 times execute, n minus 3 times execute, and so on. 2 plus 1. So I can simply write summation of n minus 2. Similarly for I equal to 3 you can do for like this and so on. Similarly take out the value n minus 1, I equal to n minus 1. When I equal to n minus 1, j value will be n minus 1, condition is satisfied. Next k value will be n minus 1 plus 1 is n, n to n. N to n means how many elements are there? Only one, right? Means this statement is going to execute one time. One time. So when I equal to n minus 1, it is going to execute one time. So finally, I can write this entire structure like I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4, I equal to n minus 1 and so on. For all these structures, I can write like, so this I can write like summation 1, right? Yes. Simply I can derive like this. Summation of n minus 1 plus summation of n minus 2 plus and so on. Summation 2 plus summation 1. I can simply write. Let me rough some space. Okay, so this is our result. You need to solve this one. Once you solve, you will get our answer. So this one represents summation of n minus 1. Once again I am writing summation of n minus 2 and so on. Summation 2 plus summation n minus 1. We can say that sum of first n natural numbers. First n natural numbers. I can simply write like s n minus 1 plus s n minus 2. What is the meaning of this s n minus 1? Sum of first n minus 1 natural number. Sum of first n minus 2 natural numbers. This reference I can write s2 s1. This entire thing I can write like sum of s I, means all the numbers sum. All the numbers sum I can write like this. Sum of s set means I equal to 1, I equal to 2 means I equal to 1 to n minus 1. You know the formula for sum of the first I natural numbers. I into I plus 1 by 2. I into I plus 1 by 2. So we can write like summation of n into n minus 1 by 2. If you want, you can substitute in the formula n into n minus 1 by 2. So if you solve this, summation of n square minus n by 2. As it is a constant, you will take out 1 by 2 summation n square minus 1 by 2 summation. So this once again you can write. Sum of squares of first n natural numbers, the meaning, you will get the formula. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Already here 1 by 2 is there. Minus 1 by 2 into sum of first n natural numbers. N into n plus 1 by 2. It will be a lengthy problem. Okay, now let me solve. What will happen here? This you will get as n square plus n. I am multiplying n into inside I am going to multiply n square plus n into 2n plus 1 by, you will get 12 minus n square plus n by 4 equal. Let me solve. LCM is 12. Now you will write like this. N square multiply, inner side multiply 2n cube plus n square plus 2n square plus n. I have multiplied inside. N square into 2n, 2n cube, n square into 1, n square, n into 2n, 2n square plus n into 1 is n minus 3 we need to multiply with 3, right? That is minus 3n square minus 3n. Let me solve. N square, 2n square, 3n square, 3n square minus 3n square is cancelled. Next, n minus 3n is you will get minus 2n. You get minus 2n. So let me take out the common number 2. If you take common number 2, you will get 2 into n cube minus n by 12. 2 ones are 2 6 are. So you will get n cube minus n by 6. This n cube minus n by 6 you can write like n plus 1 n minus 1 by 6. If you want, you can perform multiplication. So this is our final result. Means what you can observe here, this is, let us take n value, means 3 consecutive numbers. Three consecutive numbers divisible by 6. Okay, that is our answer, right? So check any one of the answer, whichever is correct. Half of the product of 3 consecutive integers? No, it is not half, it is 1/6. So directly you can go for one, not 1/3. They have given 1/6 of the product of 3 consecutive integers. So answer is option C. 1/6 of the 3 consecutive integers. I hope you understood clearly. Here, option D is also wrong. Here you need to know how to solve the problem. We need to take. This is a simplification process. Once you know the simplification process, it will be easy for you.